Let's continue with the A string, but let's do a couple minor arpeggios. How about we do a minor 7th arpeggio? I really like the minor 7 and minor 9 arpeggios because they add a lot of color, especially over minor 7 type chords, minor 9s. Really nice sound to them. A little jazz on the jazzy end, right? So let's do a basic minor arpeggio in the key of G again. Now this time we're talking a minor arpeggio, so it's going to have a root. And what's a minor 7th? Let's do a minor 7th arpeggio. Root, what's the formula for a minor 7th chord? That's how you have to think of it. Root, flat 3rd, 5th, flat 7th. So in G minor 7, I'm going to play my root, flat 3rd, 5th, and then my flat 7th. And there's your minor 7th arpeggio. Really nice. Grab that first finger root on the A string. It's a really nice arpeggio. That's in G. If I want to do it in D, right? Want to do it in A, whatever. Very nice arpeggios. Sound really cool. Let me give you that. Now that's first finger low root on the A string. Find it easy. Let me give you another one, minor 7th, where you could find the root on the low E string with your first finger. And we're going to play this one across the neck a little bit. We'll do a minor 7th again, but we're going to go a little bit across, give you a little different sound. So if I do it in A, I'm just going to put my first finger on the root. And again, I'm playing root, flat 3rd, 5th, flat 7th. Then we're going to go up to the root. So it'll sound like this. And I end it there. It's kind of a really nice one, right? It's a little bit longer. I like kind of these longer shapes. Right? And right on the root, you have this nice little nice arpeggio there. That's minor 7 with a first finger root on the low E string. And again, if you want to do it in C, just put the first finger on C. And there you have it, right? First finger on the root on the low E string. Minor 7. So you know 2 ways now to play the minor 7 arpeggios. Grab the root with your first finger on the low E, root with your first finger on the A string. And then how about a minor 9 arpeggio? I don't want to overwhelm you with too many at once, but these are probably some of my favorite ones we're getting into now. Now the minor 9, I really like this one. Has a root on the D string, on the 4th string with your first finger. So let's play it in A. There's the 9 right off the bat. It's the same as the second. Right? Really like that one. This might even look to some like the relative major 7th chord. Root of C with your pinky. That's like a C major 7th chord. But if you play it off of the A and add that, you get the minor 9. So I really like that arpeggio. I like adding to the minor 9 this half step right before the 9. Remember before I talked about stopping on certain intervals that sound cool. I like doing this with your half step. Stop on the 9. Doesn't that sound kind of jazzy? Right? So I like that minor 9. That's on the 4th string root. If you wanted to play it, whatever, in the key of D, right? Just grab your D note here on the D string. First finger root. That's our D minor 9 arpeggio. So all these arpeggios are in the booklet. I want you to learn those. And we're going to talk about, in the next module, we're going to talk about how to use these and how to combine these with your licks and your soloing and your phrasing them. Because remember, good arpeggio playing isn't just playing an arpeggio from the root all the way down, all the way back up. That's kind of sterile sound. That's like playing a scale from the top all the way to the bottom and back up. I wouldn't necessarily do that. You want to mix in the arpeggios in with your scales and your licks and your riffs. and go in and out of them, right? Let me just show you that minor 9 again, but this time let's do it instead of on the 4th string root, let's do it on the 5th string root off of the minor 7 arpeggio, which we just learned. So for instance, like if we wanted to do a minor 9 off the minor 7, like here's our A minor 7 arpeggio. Remember, we just learned this one with our first finger on the root on the A string. Now let's make that a minor 9. All we have to do is we have to add the 9. We're in the key of A, so let's add, or the 2nd, which is the B note. Add it there and here. And this is where I start playing with these intervals and get different kind of sounds, right? So listen to it with the 9. So you get that nice, interval off that 9. Here's the minor 7 going down. Now I'll do the minor 9 coming up. Really like that one, right? So you can see how you can just add these little intervals. It's a little minor 9. Minor 9 arpeggio. First finger root on the A string. Anywhere. Here it is in E. Remember your E minor 7. Now we add the 9. We have to add the F sharp note. F sharp. And on the F sharp's kind of cool. Give it that Dorian kind of flavor, right? Okay. One other arpeggio I'll show you is for now is minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio, which I like a lot too because it has a flat 5, so it really adds a little bit more color. 5th string root again. All these arpeggios I'm showing you these for a reason, because at first you want to just find them fast. First finger root, pinky root, 5th string, 4th string, and grab them quick. Here's a minor 7 flat 5. You play your instead of your 5th, you got to play a flat 5. So it has that kind of dissonant sound to it, right? Got to stretch. That's in the key of E. Here's my flat 5. There it is again, that B flat note. Got to stretch. Whoops, flat 5. So that's a nice one. If you want to do it in the key of A, remember, just move it all up to A. First finger on the root. Flat 5. Right? There it is. That's an E flat note in the key of A. Here it is again. Slow. Right? Like that flat 5. Something I'll do with these arpeggios a lot is I'll slide up on the last note and you get that kind of sound. A lot of guys do that. It's kind of cool, like if I'm playing a G major arpeggio. Or an E minor 7. Right? Or whatever, that minor 9 we did before. Just gives you a little different sound. So slide up that minor 3rd, or whatever, the major 3rd, or whatever the arpeggio is. So there's nice arpeggios. Last arpeggio in this segment I'll show you is a 7th arpeggio, which is the dominant. Remember, flat 7 off the major, root, 3rd, 5th, flat 7. I like this one. First finger root, we'll do it in A. One more time, slow. A lot of finger shifts. Here's your flat 7, right? So there's some really cool arpeggios that you can kind of grab quick and kind of just look for that first finger root on the A or the D or the low E or the pinky root and grab them fast. In the next module, we're going to talk about how to use these.